कुछ नहीं होगा जिसमें कोई डिवाइड एंड रूल होगा।
क्या धमकाना चाहते हो भाई? संसद का कानून है, सबको स्वीकार करना पड़ेगा।
Please remember when Didi is here, Didi will protect you.
पश्चिम बंगाल रहेगा कि पश्चिम बांग्लादेश बन जाएगा, पश्चिम बंगाल के हिंदुओं के मन में डाउट हो रहा है।
कि हमारा प्रॉपर्टी लेने का हक किसी का नहीं है।
पहले भी इन लोगों ने यही काम किया था।
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening. This is Bengal's breaking point. Mamata Banerjee, the TMC's iron-fisted firebrand, has now slammed the Waqf Act debate with her signature snarl, which says no divide and rule. The word that you must look for that is on your screens is divide and rule. Important for you to remember this. So I will just park this thought here. And she says there is going to be no divide and rule under my watch. She's sworn to barricade Bengal against the BJP's alleged quote-unquote communal carve-up, crowning herself the unshakable savior or the state's 33% Muslims. The other word that you must watch out tonight on the show is appeasement. So divide and rule and appeasement, these are two words along which you will see a lot of Bengal politics, the nuances and the layers playing out. But hold on. While she roars against this division and she says no divide and rule under my watch, her own minority-first fortress is reeking of counter-polarization. So the question we are asking, who's fooling who? Who's wooing whom? Fooling and wooing. Now the BJP is not blinking either. What they are doing is that they are hitting back. They have been unapologetic with their Hindu consolidation and they brand Mamata Banerjee as the appeaser. Remember the word I told you, appeasement? So they say Mamata Banerjee is the one who's indulging in appeasement. The idea is to snatch Bengal by 2026, when you will have the next big elections. This, ladies and gentlemen, is politics. It is gritty, it is ruthless, it is explosive. Fireworks? Absolutely guaranteed. Stick with us as we cut through the chaos and we call it like it is. As always, the show first up has the straight questions. When you look at the entire story, you look at all the utterances, the first obvious question has to be the fact that what is Mamata Banerjee's real game? What does she want to do? This brings us to our second question, because if you've heard how the story has panned out, a lot of people are asking that what can Mamata Banerjee do? Can she really defy the notified Waqf Act? Because it is notified now, it is an act. It is no longer a bill, it's become an act. Can Mamata actually defy that? This brings us to our third straight question. Is Mamata Banerjee, ladies and gentlemen, guilty of fear-mongering? As you've also heard the BJP alleging that she continues to spread panic, she continues to play the victim card. Is this Mamata Banerjee fear-mongering? If yes, we wonder why. This brings us to our fourth straight question. Is this also an attempt to deflect from a lot of other issues? Now, what are the other issues? There has been a lot of party infighting, something that you have seen in the news cycles plain day and out. There are also serious corruption charges. Do not forget, the matter went to the Supreme Court, and also the recruitment of more than 25,000 teachers has been cancelled. The BJP alleges that Mamata is a kingpin. So the charge is that Mamata does not want to talk about it, and hence this entire smokescreen. This brings us to our fifth straight question, ladies and gentlemen. Is Mamata Banerjee versus BJP now headed for what many are saying is going to be a far bigger confrontation come the all-important elections of 2026? It's a fascinating big story to look at. It has a lot of interesting players, and as always, to understand where do people stand and why is Mamata Banerjee talking of the Muslim vote, let's get you Newsnight's deep dive. So what really is Mamata Banerjee's larger game plan? To understand this, it's important to look at certain figures. As always, our figures will go up on our screens, and this is about to help you understand that why is Mamata Banerjee talking about this 33% Muslim vote bank. Now, on your screens are details that will help you understand that why exactly the Muslim vote matters in Bengal more than anywhere else. Now, look at this. It has the highest percentage of Muslims in the state of Bengal after the state of Jammu and Kashmir and after Assam. And this is what we are telling you according to the 2011 census. The figures are going to be up on your screens to help you understand that what is the percentage of Muslims. Mamata Banerjee today has said that this is 33%, but the 2011 census has pegged this at a 27.1% Muslim population in the state. And this is the exact audience, the entire vote bank that Mamata Banerjee today has appealed to. She said, you don't need to worry, Didi is here. We will ensure that no one takes away your property. Quote unquote, appeasement is the charge. This brings us to our next big factor. If you look at this very carefully, there are about 1/3 assembly seats in the state of West Bengal where you have Muslim vote, which is a key factor, as in it could decide who wins those 1/3 assembly seats. Let's bring up our next detail. There are about 46 seats that have an over 50% Muslim population. So about 46 such seats where again, you have the Muslims voting in majority, could obviously decide which way the election could sway. This doesn't end here. There are 63 seats where you have the Muslim population that is more than a 40%. So sizable number, below the 50% mark, but still very large to help you understand why Mamata Banerjee is speaking of this quote-unquote particular vote bank. This brings us to our next important data. Do remember there are about 90 to 100 seats where you have the Muslim population that is more than 30%. So all in all, you get a larger sense of why is Mamata Banerjee talking about this? Why is she right now wanting to send a larger message to this entire group, considering that there have been protests when it comes to the Waqf bill? Particularly, remember, in the state of Bengal, dramatic images of a lot of violence. The BJP has alleged that Mamata is the state home minister. What has she done about this? So serious charges, but let's try to open this up. We'll also get in our panel of guests joining us to help you understand that what is the politics behind all such utterances, because Mamata Banerjee does not mince her words. She is firebrand. And who else but Jayanto Ghoshal to help us decode what is Mamata's larger game plan. Jayanto da, welcome to News Night. You're making your debut on the show, so good to see you. We also have Monajit Mandal, who's a political analyst. He leans towards a Trinamool. He rarely smiles, but I hope, Monajit, you will have a good time. You're also making your debut on the News Night. You know, 2026 is a fascinating elections for everyone.
Nice to
so welcome to you also. And also a pleasure to have Priyanka Tibrewal, who's again a vociferous spokesperson and secretary of the West Bengal BJP. Priyanka, thank you also so much for your time. There is so much ground to cover, so I'm just requesting all our guests to keep their points short to the point so our viewers can cover more ground here. Let me begin by asking, first up, Monajit here, that why is Mamata Banerjee so concerned about the Muslim vote bank? Does she believe, Monajit, that without this vote bank and without the consolidation of this particular vote bank, she is not winning the next election?
First of all, nice to reconnect on a different platform, Dipti, and
Yes.
all my very best wishes to you. But we'll definitely fight on the screen as we usually do. I don't take your argument first of it all, that Mamata treats any persons as a kind of particular vote bank. In fact, we must now come out of this habit of treating Muslim as mere vote bank contingent or Hindus as vote bank contingent. They are citizens of this country, people of this country, with definite voting rights.
No, Monajit, see, Mamata Banerjee makes it very clear. She says 33% Muslims here. I can't throw them away. I have to look after them. She's directly addressing that particular vote bank. Is this not brazen appeasement? That is the charge on Mamata Banerjee by the BJP today.
I think then a prime minister does the same thing. When he says that sabka saath, sabka vishwas, does he exclude the Muslims contingent of India from his sabka saath, sabka vikas? He does actually, though in theory he does not. In theory he has to say sabka saath, sabka vikas. Any person holding the constitution position will look after the minority, especially the minorities. because they remain minorities because they are marginalized in terms of their religion, the language, caste and creed. That is Constitution of India. Article 31 and 2 clearly gives them different kind of rights. They have different rights, they have special rights. It is the Constitution of India. Then
No, Manojit, you know, I know that you're a erudite speaker and you will take this away to another tangent. I want to, you know, bring you back. I also want to play out more graphics to help you understand that this, ladies and gentlemen, is not the only confrontation that you've seen between the TMC and the BJP. You name it, and over the last many years, you have seen multiple flashpoints. Whether it is a charge of the electoral malpractice or violence, whether that was a charge about corruption to which Mamata Banerjee hasn't responded, also of poor governance, you know, when it comes to Sandesh Khali, communal polarization. And I must say, Jayantoda, that whether it is the BJP, whether it is the Trinamool, they are both guilty. No, Manojit, both you and Priyanka are guilty of polarizing the Bengal election. Whether it is law and order, the Archikor incident, federalism, central interference, Sandesh Khali, the list is long. The list is very long. Let me get in Jayanto quickly here. Let me get in Jayantoda quickly here. Jayantoda, what is Mamata Banerjee's larger game plan? Is she on the edge? Is she looking nervous?
On this Waqf issue, I'm not discussing the other issues like the teachers issue and the other issues. But so far Waqf issue is concerned, I think it's an advantage, Mamata, because 35% Muslim vote bank. BJP, although I was listening Honorable Home Minister's interview also on CAC, he said that BJP is not anti-Muslim. And what Manojit is also saying, that officially no party, BJP is not saying that they are anti-Muslim. And Mamata is not saying they are Muslim, only their vote bank. But 35% or 30%, 35%, whatever exact figure is, this is the reserve force of Mamata. BJP, if BJP can split this Muslim vote, if OAC or the Indian secular force, if they can split the Muslim vote, that it will be disadvantage, Mamata. But now BJP has to ensure that 70%, the majority of the majority vote bank, BJP should get. Otherwise, BJP cannot defeat Mamata, because if BJP gets the Muslim vote and this polarization through Waqf, what Mamata is doing, that I am the mentor, I am the protector. But you know, I was trying to understand, if it is a central legislation, and if it is the government of India, you have to carry, but without the state government support, how you will identify the property?
Are you saying she could defy it, Jayantoda? Are you saying she could defy this?
No, Mamata Banerjee will try to protect the Waqf, because this Waqf is one side. The other side is this, I mean, the implementation of the law as a, I mean, Taj Mahal is also Waqf property that High Court is considering.
How about those are bizarre claims? I don't understand whether Mamata Banerjee agrees with that, Jayantoda, or not. But you've made an interesting point on the BJP. Let me quickly get in Priyanka before Manojit and you come back here into this conversation. You know, Priyanka, for the longest time, the BJP has been out on the streets. If we can also have Priyanka back on the screens. Because Priyanka, the BJP for the longest time has been trying to say that, listen, there is a complete breakdown of the law and order after the Sandesh Khali, after the Archikor incident. Why is the BJP giving Mamata Banerjee a long rope? If you believe that law and order has failed, why don't you have president's rule in Bengal, Priyanka?
See, definitely I would now like to speak about our constitution, which Mr. Manojit Mandal was talking about. So how law-abiding we are and how much do we have respect for our constitution. You were just asking a question whether Mamata Banerjee can defy the law. No, Mamata Banerjee cannot. Even if she wants, she cannot. Because this has become an act. If she wants to challenge it, she needs to go to the Supreme Court, like Asaduddin Owaisi has gone. Please go to the Supreme Court under Article 32 and challenge the same. But instead, she knows this very well, because I believe she has a law degree too. So in order to, have that kind of, one-to-one feeling with the Muslim community that, see, I am there with you, I'm standing with you. This is all nautanki which is going on.
No,
she
but Priyanka
knows that this is the fuel.
No, Priyanka, I will also put out those details, you know, of how the Muslim vote is a factor there in Bengal. But tell me something, are you not guilty also of, you know, Hindu consolidation? Is the BJP not attempting to do that? The truth is, if Mamata Banerjee today is guilty of polarization, so is the BJP. Haven't you gone in for a total Hindu consolidation?
Not
Priyanka?
at all, not at all. I have a data where I can show you that more than 300 Hindus have been murdered in the name of election. But there is no such data for minorities.
So dismiss our government.
No minorities have been
Mamata
killed.
Banerjee's government. Get president's rule. That's exactly what I'm asking you.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Why is the BJP hesitant to do that?
That's exactly what I'm saying, that we follow a federal structure. And that is the reason when the need would be. And when we will feel that there's an absolute need, then whatever has to happen will happen. Law will take its own course. But at the moment, the kind of situation which is there, and the brazenness which Mamata Banerjee is showing, because see, it is burning everywhere. Properties are being burned. What is the state government doing? There's no rule of law. She's not, handling the law and order well. But if this continues, then in that case, she should seek the support of central forces. If you are unable to take care of your own policemen, you see, today the policemen were attacked and they had to run to the petrol pump to save their lives. Some of them are in the hospitals. Police vehicles are being burnt. And Mamata Banerjee is mum, not saying a single word on it. Whereas on Ram Navami, she said, that without permission, you can't take out a procession. Now, whose permission has these rampant, these people, these radicals, those who are doing this kind of violence, whose permissions have they taken?
Okay.
Did the state give them this permission?
Okay, Manojit, that's a direct charge at you, though Priyanka has also skirted that entire issue. But why don't you tell me whether you can actually answer what the BJP is asking, Manojit?
I will ask you a question, a very sensible question from BJP, but my very honorable friend from BJP is preeminently known for spreading communal venom on TV. She has been caught off guard many a time.
Why do we get into personal barbs against each other, Manojit?
I can't really. Yes, I will answer all.
Relax, wait, Manojit. The idea is not to make this personal. It is not Manojit versus Priyanka. It is the TMC versus the BJP. Let's come down to basic issues.
When I am in front of Mr. Manojit,
one by one. I know both of you are great friends. Both of you are great friends, and our viewers must know this, Manojit. But don't distract, don't deflect. Come back to the core issue. Come back to the core issue, Manojit.
Yes, please.
Yes.
What is the core issue? The core issue is that your charge of appeasement, as practiced by Mamata Banerjee, that is your charge. And I'm giving you the same charge. You created 5 crores fellowship for the minorities. Is it your appeasement for the minorities? It's on record. The Ministry of Education, central government, created 5 crores fellowships, special fellowship for the minorities. I repeated the Prime Minister. Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas is also your idea of minority. You exclude. Why are you shouting? Why are you screaming? Why are you screaming? Stop screaming. I will answer your question. Don't worry. The fact remains that BJP can't handle one of the tallest leaders in this country, the only women chief minister, perhaps the second women chief minister in this country after their, Delhi chief minister, for a very long period of time. And if you look at the communal tension in Bengal, this has been happening since 2016, exactly the time since when BJP has also risen in Bengal political life.
No, fair. Monojit, I have to be the devil's advocate here. And before Priyanka and Jayanto come in here, tell me something. If Mamata Banerjee today says, हम आपके साथ इस लड़ाई में हैं, ये कौन सी लड़ाई है और किसके साथ लड़ाई है? Who are you fighting? Can you tell me?
कोई किसी भी लड़ाई नहीं है. ये लड़ाई है संविधान को बचाने के लिए. Because the Constitution of India,
that has been passed by the Parliament. The Waqf that has been passed by the Parliament, has the Trinamool rejected it? Has the Trinamool rejected this? Will you approach the courts? Are you challenging it, Monojit?
आज तो बोलने दो मैडम जी, आज तो पहला शो है, गेस्ट तो बोलने दो. सब बोलेंगे बाद में झगड़ा करेंगे ना, आज तो बोलने दो.
देखिए, Monojit, you can't run away. You can't run away from questions.
I'm not running away. I'm very much sitting pretty. I'm not running away. I'm going to answer all your questions. Look at the problem of the Constitution. I'm bringing this charge head on regarding the teachers' recruitment scam. I mean, none of the teachers were given reasonable opportunity, which is universal. That is universal principle of natural justice. Before their livelihood was taken away. Is this Constitution of India? I'm putting this humble question to the country and through you to the judges also. The 20,000 of them, their livelihood was
I
taken
don't
away
understand. You
without
believe the
giving them
Supreme
any
Court or you don't?
opportunity to be heard
Monaji,
whatsoever.
you believe the
This is
Supreme
your
Court or you
direct
don't?
infringement
Come on, tell
upon
me.
the right
You
to
believe the
life
Supreme
of
Court of the
the
country or you
21.
don't? Monajit.
Yes, what is the question? Ask the question, I'll answer. I am saying Mamata's TMC stands for Temple, Mosque and Church. She's I think the only inclusive politicians in the country. And she has been doing this for the last 45 years of her life, I tell you. She is not for the Hindus, not for the Muslims, not for anyone. She is for the people of this country.
That is why when she goes to London,
So why is she addressing only the minorities?
Mother.
I mean, come on, tell me, why is she only addressing the minorities? Why does she say कि हम आपके साथ इस लड़ाई में हैं? I don't understand this, Monajit. You are contradicting your own statement. Let me get in Jayanto because we need to clear this clutter before Priyanka is back here. Jayanto Dai, is there a real problem? I mean, tell me something. The next election, many say, could perhaps be the toughest battle for Mamata Didi. You have the BJP that has gone all guns blazing against Mamata, whether this is about corruption, whether this is about nepotism, whether this is about law and order, whether this is about appeasement. When Monajit today says that TMC stands for Temple, Mosque and Church, who are they trying to fool?
Dipti, actually, every election, the political parties, they don't fight only one singular issue. It's a package deal. For BJP, lot of issues, not only the Hindutva, but the corruption issue, misgovernment, and development, all these issues are there. But for BJP, the core issue, the most favorite BJP's traditional issue is the Hindutva issue. And Hindutva is not only this Ram Mandir issue. This Waqf issue is also related, infiltration, minorities, attack in Bangladesh, all the issues are connected. But what Mamata is doing, you have to, if BJP thinks that Mamata is devil, you have to give the share to that devil also, that in Netaji Indoor Stadium, she is addressing just before Mahavir Jayanti. It's not Muslim Parab. And it's a Jain community's event, not any Muslim event. And she started her speech today with the sense of minority of the Jain community. And then suddenly she said that it's a threat to the minorities' right. Okay. And then she brought the Waqf issue. And this Waqf issue, if you ask me personally, I am in favor of this amendment because this Waqf is not the, there are a lot of class difference between Muslim also, elite Muslim, property Muslim. But Mamata Banerjee is now trying to give this message that although it's a central act, although they have went to court also, now court will decide. Because implementation is not that easy without the cooperation of the constitutional support of the state government. Okay. Because you have to identify the property.
Time is limited.
Huge exercise.
I have to ask the BJP, what is the game plan? What is the BJP's game plan? Quickly, Priyanka, before I wrap this conversation, tell me something.
See, we are for the people. We are here for societal justice. We are here for the welfare of Muslims, who Mamata Banerjee is using as milking cows. We are here for the Muslim women who will now be part of the Waqf board. But Mamata Banerjee, we do not understand what is she trying to do. She's trying to put the state towards chaos, communal violence, and that is exactly what she's practicing.
So
now,
why is the BJP sitting and watching this? That's a third time I'm asking you that question. You must not sit and watch this.
Again, I am telling you the same thing. I have already answered that twice. This is the third time I am telling you that we believe in a federal structure. We don't want to enter a state and say that just because we are in the government, we'll bring the president's rule. If Mamata Banerjee's police is being beaten up, please ask her for recruitment or deployment of central forces. We'll send them. We'll send them at the first hour in the morning tomorrow.
All right. Jayanto Dai, this is a trailer of things to come. I think, all of us are going to be meeting again on this show multiple times because like Monajit said, this is just the beginning of that great interesting fight. I'm thanking Priyanka and both of you gentlemen for joining us as we'll continue to track that story. And it's Interesting to also look at multiple layers when it comes to the entire Bengal story and what is Mamata Banerjee's larger game plan and whether this entire charge, remember, of Muslim appeasement will really stick. When it comes to Mamata Banerjee, how far will the BJP go is also a key question. Let's quickly sum up the entire story, what possibly could happen. This is Newsnight's parting shot. So what is very clear, ladies and gentlemen, is that Mamata Banerjee's very, very fierce defense of the Waqf Act is a calculated move. That is a given now. And this is literally fueled by her loyalty to the Muslim voters and a signature combative style. This isn't a minor clash. And you must remember this. This is a high-octane showdown, with the West Bengal's Iron Lady literally digging in for a fight. How far will she push? What more can she do? Remember, her unpredictability is the real edge. The BJP that has, been battering from past defeats here, but has made significant inroads, is also facing a relentless opponent here who literally thrives on defiance. You would recall right in the CBI confrontations to our iconic Dharna, and also multiple times that it has been Mamata Banerjee versus the governor. This is a no-holds-barred battle with both sides locked in a high-stakes struggle for dominance. Dominance is what both sides want. You must expect a lot of turbulence and a clash that could reshape Bengal's political landscape. India's power play has just gotten started. Trust us as always to keep a sharp eye on everything that you need to know. Thank you so much for your time. Good night.